Of course, it's still the continuation of the first day campaign tour of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in the Volta region. And I'll just take you back to the few stopovers. You recall that this whole exercise started earlier in the morning where he entered North Tong district or constituency, where he officially interacted with the people and then also the traditional rulers of the Tong enclave. From there, the next stop was in Ho West, Dededo, precisely around the market square, where he also had the opportunity to speak to the people in that particular community. And here we are in Ho, precisely the palace of Togbe after the 14th. And of course, he's going to have an interaction with the chiefs, his elders, and the people of Asogli traditional area. But let's get more interactive. Let's get to talk to some executives of the NDC based here in Ho Central. If I can just have the communications officer of the party in Ho Central, Sefaji Agama, who will join us here. Sefaji, thank you so much for making time for us. What does it mean to the people of Ho Central hosting John Mahama at the forecourt of Togbe after the 14th?
Thank you, Randy. In the first place, we are highly expectant of him. We know that he is one person who cares a lot about the Volta region. As an NDC member, I know it is only JM and the NDC, when they are in power, that they take good care of us as a region. And I'm also so happy today because unlike other presidential candidates, unlike others who come to our municipality and the Asogli traditional area and never pay homage to our chiefs, JM is giving us a very clear example that anytime you enter into any traditional area, you need to give due respect to the local authorities and the traditional rulers of the land. So he has given us a very good grounds to be able to enter any part of Asogli to campaign. Now that he's here to pay courtesy call on our chiefs, we thank him so much and we cannot wait for December 7th. As you can see, the atmosphere is charged. Even though not many people were invited here, we actually thought it was going to be an encounter with JM and the traditional rulers. But here we have the people highly expectant of him, and we cannot wait for December 7, 2024 to bring the needed change that Ghanaians are yearning for.
Is this the path to the victory the NDC has been calling for the past 8 years?
Yes, it's a path because anytime you have to step somewhere, you need to take a step. And a giant step today has been taken. And we are taking the example of JM. Actually, we, those on the ground, we have been doing our bits and pieces. But the big man himself is here. The president is waiting is here, JM. So we are expecting him to come, at least come and complete our abandoned projects. There are so many road projects that were abandoned by this MPP government. We are praying that JM will surely win December 7, come and then rescue us. We also feel belong to the country Ghana. When NDC and JM are in power, nobody will tell us that we are Togolese or we are not Ghanaians. No government will forsake us when they are preparing the national budget and tell us that, oh, it's an omission. No, we are sure that when JM comes, everything will be fine. And after him, we are expecting our mother, Mami Odende, Professor Nana Jane Opokwajiman, to also come here. So they are all welcome. Everybody, every Tom, Dick, and Harry is welcome to Ho Central and the Volta region at large.
But what exactly are you looking out for in the new administration or the next administration of JM?
As a youth, I wish that my fellow youth, traditionally I'm a youth leader, and I wish that JM will come, the 24-hour economy will come into existence, my colleague youth will get jobs, so that the despondency will reduce. Now we cannot pay our bills. One of the avenues that is available to the youth, which is the bet that people are relying on nowadays, is also being taxed. So where would we go? So I am hoping that JM will come, create the needed jobs, to absorb the already hungry youth on the streets, so that we also have something to do with our lives. Aside that, I expect that the peace that we used to enjoy as a nation will come back. Today, nobody is feeling safe. Before here, they have killed this person there, killed somebody there. Even on election days, we are not safe. So I believe that JM will come and bring the needed peace, the development, and whatever that we need as a region.
Very well. Thank you so much, Sefaji, for your time. But let's get more interactive. Let me speak to the man who will be on the ticket of the National Democratic Congress come the 7th of December 2024. The parliamentary candidate representing the NDC, Honorable Edem Kotosu, is here with me as well. Honorable, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us on WoezorTV. What does today mean to you as the sole representative of the people, indeed, if you get a nod on 7th December?
In my life today is a great day, and the people who are going to show their love to the incoming president of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama. So therefore we are all prepared to receive him in a grand style.
How important is the day?
This day, it marks a turning point of our campaign in Ho, where people will get to know what we stand for and what we are into. The ground is going to become hotter from today. Yeah.
How are you anticipating the campaign season personally for you?
I know it's going to be a tough one. When I say tough, it means that it's not going to be a walkthrough for me and the NDC, because we know that our opponents are doing a lot of things underground just to make sure that they decrease our vote, but we are also going to stay strong and make sure we show up our votes in the voter region. My target is 95%. And that's what
you want to offer the party in December?
Yes, 95%.
That's for presidential or both?
That's what we are working towards, seriously working towards. Because in 2016, we had a challenge where we had painting Maminto. An old car was painted for Ghanaians to buy. Now after some time, the paint, and we are now seeing the real color. So definitely people will know what they bought. Now we have the car that we were using that we thought wasn't good and discarded it. Now it's also on road now. Experienced driver in that car and a driver's mate in a Painting Maminto. Which one would Ghanaians prefer?
Experienced driver. Very well. So let me take your final words quickly so I can allow you to join your other colleagues as well. What do you have to tell the people who are watching us via WoezorTV and to your constituents as well?
The people who are watching us via WoezorTV should know that there is a poem by a South African called Oswald Michali. He wrote it during the apartheid period. That is Nightfall in Soweto. Let me just transpose it to Ghana. Nightfall in Ghana. Nightfall comes like a dreaded disease, seeping through the pulse of a healthy body and ravaging it beyond repair. That is what is happening to Ghana. Mahama left behind a very healthy nation. And when we were deceived to buy this product, it came like a nightfall and it has now ravaged our healthy nation, where we have unprecedented loans to carry. As we stand here, you are owing more than 20,000 Ghana cedis. If we want to spread it among our population, you are owing. Even if your wife is pregnant, the baby in the womb is also owing. And we all have to pay that money. And we can't see anything for it. There is nothing, not even a tent, apart from the most expensive hole in the world. That's all we can show for it. Yeah.
I'm grateful. Thank you so much for joining us and we wish you all the best. Well, so there you heard the voice of the parliamentary candidate of the National Democratic Congress here in Ho Central, Honorable Edem Kofi Kotosu, speaking to us. And of course, he has reiterated the fact that his target is to end up garnering 95% of the total valid vote that will be cast come December for the party. And that's something most of them keep telling us. But the weather is looking quite bleak. It looks quite cloudy and it's drizzling as well. And everybody here is actually in high anticipation, waiting for the arrival of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And as I mentioned to you, right from this interaction with the traditional rulers, the elders, and then the people of the Asogli estate, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, together with his team, will move all the way to the Agotimes Yopi district or constituency, and again to do a similar exercise or event, where later the big one will be at the Ho Technical University Auditorium, or precisely known as the GM Apeti Auditorium, where he will have another opportunity to interact mainly with the youth. We saw what happened yesterday at the Bukum Arena, where he had the opportunity to interact with this youth. Questions were posed to him. He answered all of them, and I believe the same thing is going to happen here in Oho at the GM Apeti Auditorium. So you can trust yours truly, WoezorTV. We'll get you covered from now till the last day of the whole exercise. So stay with us here on WoezorTV. We'll take a quick break. When we return, of course, His Excellency and his other entourage will be ready for this afternoon's event here at the Togbe Afede forecourt. Stay with us.
And may the heavens rescue this land. We need a man with vision to lead. John Mahama is the man for us. Oh, Ghana needs a change. Mumbai and sorry. Let us rise for a change. A vote for Mahama is a vote for Ghana. Ghana needs the best man. Rise for a change. Naneman Sakia. Sorry, oh. John Mahama is the man for us. Oh, Ghana needs a change. Let us rise for a change. A vote for Mahama is a vote for Ghana. Ghana needs the best man.
Jobs must be the priority for everybody. And that is the priority of the next NDC government. Like I said, we'll do infrastructure, but we're going to concentrate on the things that will create jobs for our young people. And that's why one of the policies we're introducing is the 24-hour economic policy. It is a very simple thing. There are businesses all over Ghana. There are new businesses that are going to come. We're asking that those businesses work longer hours than the usual 8-hour day. That is working from 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock in the evening. It is happening in other places. In other places, they have a 24-hour economic program where they give incentives to businesses to work for longer hours. And if you work for longer hours, you cannot work with the same number of people for 16 hours or 24 hours. You have to add on additional labor. So if you have a pharmaceutical factory and you're producing drugs, first, government will incentivize you by buying your drugs, because we have a need, and NHIS buys drugs for the hospitals. And so we should buy the drugs that Ghanaian factories are producing. If we are buying those drugs the Ghanaian factory is producing, that businessman can add on additional shifts to be able to meet the demand. And if he adds on additional shifts, more of our young people will get work to do. And that's just an example of the pharmaceutical industry. There's the agro-processing area. There are so many other areas. There's construction. We give contracts to companies to construct things for government. They can add on more labor so that they can finish those projects on time. Yesterday, I went to Bokunaba's palace, and he spoke about the issue of carving out another region to encompass the 6 constituencies in this area. And I explained that there were constitutional processes that needed to be gone through, and that the criteria was 1, economic viability, 2, land size, 3, population. And aside from that, a petition must be presented, a commission of inquiry must be set up to look at the feasibility of creating a region. In the evening, I saw a fake news story misrepresenting completely what I said and trying to put me against the Mamprugu state. I never mentioned Mamprugu yesterday at all. I was just comparing land size and region and economic viability and all that. The president condemned misinformation, and he used the Ajapadia document as an example of misinformation. But probably what the president doesn't know is that his office, the Flagstaff House, is the headquarters of misinformation. That is where the fake stories misrepresent what people have said and feed it into the social media. His own office is the headquarters where they do that. And so he should clean his house first before he talks about misinformation in other places. All of us are waiting for 7th December. We know the problems with trainee nurses. And that is why when we're in government, we said we're going to substitute your allowance with the student's loan. That's what we said. And that is because we wanted to create more employment for you. What is important for you is not the allowance, it is to get a job when you finish school. But somebody came and said he will pay the allowances. Unfortunately, it was 419. When he went to Techiman, it took a young, small trainee nurse like you to say that you promised us you pay our allowances. I entered nursing training 3 years ago. I'm in my final year. For the 3 years I've been in school, I have not received even allowance once. And you know what? They pretended like they didn't know. Oh, allowances, I'm not sure. I have to ask the Minister of Finance. I am saying that come and pay the nurses. You owe them almost 30 months of arrears. Some of them have left school without receiving their allowances. And some of them are going to leave school again without receiving their allowances. But one thing I can assure you, it is about jobs. And NDC is committed to jobs. And so we are going to create the situation where we can employ as many of you as possible. What the MPP does is, they don't employ for 4 years. Then when it's getting to elections, they quickly say, oh, we've opened the portal for employment. And so they say they've got financial clearance to employ 15,000 nurses. Why have you waited till 3 months to elections before you say you're going to employ 15,000 nurses? And which ones are you going to employ? Are you going to start from 4 years ago or 5 years ago? Which batches are you going to employ? And that is why you must create a condition so that when you are coming out of training, we are sending you into employment at once. I make you a commitment. When I come, the hospitals we're building that have been abandoned by this government, we will continue them. When I come, the Agenda 111 hospitals they are building, I'll continue and finish them. So that we can create more space to be able to absorb all of you when you finish school. This election is between Ghana and MPP. And Ghana must win. And all of you must vote for Ghana so that we can rescue our country back from the family and friends government who want to acquire everything for themselves. Kwame Nkrumah founded this country for all of us. He didn't found the country for just a small family. The opportunities of this country must be open to all our children, no matter their tribe, no matter their political affiliation, no matter their religion. All of them deserve the opportunities of this country.
And may the heavens rescue this land. We need a man with vision to lead. John Mahama is the man for us. Oh, Ghana needs a change. Mama, I'm sorry.
Let us rise for a change. A vote for Mahama is a vote for Ghana. Ghana needs the best man. Rise for a change. Nane man Saki.